hope you're doing okay. There's a little bit to catch up because I was away yesterday, but essentially, we triggered a gold trade by error on a robot. So what I've done now is removed it, but you'll see that I've got gold trades there. So sending them, all right, you guys won't receive them, but I'm going to keep these on here as a test because we've got a trading stop feature. And I just want to see whether or not it's going to trigger our trading stops because I think it should be coming up. The dollar's in the strong sell section on the bubbles, and so that's putting a little bit of a bit of tailwind for gold essentially. And so what it is really essentially is that the you guys won't be receiving gold because I sent it by error, but this is just going to be like a test, like an experiment for the trading stop. Okay, in case we ever do include gold on the signals, then we will know that the trading stop's going to work. Okay, so no one will have gold now because there's a filter, and likewise with the Euro Swiss as well. There's no Euro Swiss ever again. It's just too naughty. So just to say is that we had buys, but because the stop loss was ridiculous, it didn't know where to put the stop, so it had to calculate something, and the robot had something really crazy, So obviously we can't go live with gold currently with that risk management. Yeah, so it's ridiculous, isn't it? £200 profit on a micro lot. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to do that. All right, so a little bit of information there just to say is that you won't have gold until we can figure out the stop loss and TP, and I'm just got it here as an experiment for the trading stop. All right, so that's important. And the Euro Swiss is also a contender for removal, because what happened is that they heard they'd sold this big wick, but we rallied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've rallied 20 hours, so they've got paid quite a bit. Now I was wondering, it's to do with the trading volumes because we're doing the opposite of the herd. How many retail participants actually trade that pair? Not many. If you compare to the Euro USD, it's tiny. All right, so that's probably some logic for removal. We can actually look at the sizes, the trading volumes on the search tool, and so there's 3,000 short positions, 5,000 long positions. You compare that to the Euro USD, the huge amount of difference in volume. So this is a much better pair to be trading because of the volumes, and we can exploit that volume. But the Euro Swiss is tiny, and so that's probably why it doesn't behave so well. So we've got a bearish bias on this. Our stops are up here. But that's, if we get stopped out, that's fine. It'll probably just have to be removed anyway. So that's the robot. Yeah, we had an okay day. Let me bring this over. And don't forget this -84 won't be representative for what you'll see because you won't have gold, right? So that's this gold here in a bit of drawdown, as you can see. And so obviously that figure wouldn't be as bad, right? Because we've got a filter for the sender filtered, so we don't have gold, we won't have the Euro Swiss, so that figure there won't be as bad, for you guys. Okay, so that's the robot bit done. So the gold is just basically an experiment for a trailing stop currently. Now we've made a buy on the US 30. Let's go to the, yeah, that's fine. We can map this box. And the reason for this box is that they'd sold it. Well, actually, no, they didn't sell it there. But here, let's cancel that. We've got to map it properly, don't we? Here, this one, I think. So we're just teasing it now. We're just teasing it above. And that's the crossover. So that's the more accurate box. Okay, so we're probably going to come up because they sold it. We are very sideways. So it's got to, bear in mind. S&P, and well, we're going to make a buy, so we'll make a box, but we can't currently because we've got to wait for the crossover. So that'll be a box that we can draw tomorrow, and so that's probably going to pump because they're selling it. And yeah, so we're going to get the buy, and it won't be a risky buy because they're already trapped. So we're below 50%. If they're going to sell it when we're below 50%, it's going to be a buy. It won't be a risky buy. Okay, when we're above 50% and they sell it, it's a risky buy. But this is actually just confirming, you know, the static sentiment. We're below 50%. They're trapped. They're going to sell it. Up we come. And DAX. I got a feeling that DAX is going to be following the. Oh, they've made the buy. We did make a buy. Okay. I had got a feeling that DAX is going to follow the US, but if we made a buy, that's not so bad. A very small candle there. I think that probably maps, isn't it? And so the logic for this line is this, and it's a bit crazy, but it's a harmonic here. You might not have had to spot it, but X, A, B, which is your body, C, D, D was the buy. So there's an X, A, B, C, D, right? And then that B is the body. And then respected it multiple times for a long period of time. So that's why that level's important, okay? If you want to know what the harmonic looks like, you have to go into Discord and just scroll up quite a bit, because this is back in the past now. But we made a bullish harmonic here. So it's basically an M. If you can see that M, then that's like a bullish sign. W's are bearish, but we've got an M here, see? So that's quite bullish. Right. Anyway, hopefully that's clear. Gold. And then I'll do the SLC video for gold after this as well. Oh, not silver. So yeah, so I mean they sold it, but looks like they're going to go long again, which is kind of frustrating. What we need to see is a big move, not the sideways drop, because it's really hard to forecast. But what we're going to see is a nice move like this, you know, and we're moving up and down, swings, but we're not really swinging. We're just going sideways. So if we're going to do that consolidation, it's going to be very hard to forecast. So bear that in mind when we do the SLC video. And then that's it. So just a recap is that the gold is it triggered, but you won't have it if you're mirroring the trades, because we've got a filter. And likewise, the Euro Swiss has been filtered out because it's just pretty nasty to do, and it's also to do with the trading volumes. And it looks like we might be a little bit risk on. And just remember the dollar bubble too. They're going quite long dollars, and they're short in the Aussie and they're short in the Kiwi. Okay, so I'll wrap up now. Trade safely, and we're still not out the woods yet with risk, but the US yields did fall, and that puts a bit of pressure on the dollar. If the dumb money is buying the dollar, then we're probably going to see a reaction from that. So trade safely. I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.